that a single man in possession of good fortune must be in want of a wife. However, little known the personality of such a man may be. This truth is so well fixed in the minds of his new neighbors that he is considered as the rightful father of all women and their unmarried daughters.
Oh, my dear Mr. Bennett, heard the news? Netherfield is let at last.
Netherfield, Mom? The largest settlement in America?
The very same. Well, don't you want to know who has taken it?
You want to tell me, and I have no objection to hearing it.
It has been taken by a young man of large fortune from the north.
Is he single? What is his name?
His name is Bingley.
Married or single?
Lydia. Single, my dear, to be sure. A single man of large fortune, 4,000 or 5,000 a year. What a fine thing for our girls.
How so, and how can it affect him?
Don't be so tiresome, Mr. Bennett. You must know I'm thinking of his marrying one of them.
Oh, is that his design in settling you?
A designer? How foolish!
You know, Mama means he may fall in love with one of us. I don't see why it should be me he fancies.
Or me.
Not in that bonnet.
Oh, girls, please. Mr. Bennett, you must do your duty as a gentleman in town and call upon Netherfield's newest tenant. You must visit Mr. Bingley as soon as possible.
Oh no, I see no occasion in that. You and the girls may go.
Mr. Bennett!
Or they may go by themselves, which may be better still, for you are as handsome as any. Mr. Bingley may like you best for the party.
Mr. Bennett, consider your daughters. They will come to nothing if you do not visit, since it will be impossible for us to visit Mr. Bingley if you do not.
You discredit yourself, my dear, for Mr. Bingley will be very glad to see you, and I will send him a letter of my hearty consent to his marrying whichever of our daughters he chooses. Though I must throw in a good word for my Lizzie, as she has a little more wit than the rest. There, will that do?
You take such delight in vexing me, Mr. Bennett. You have no compassion for my poor nerves.
You mistake me, my dear, for I have high respect for your nerves, as they have been my old friends these 20 years at least.
You do not know what I suffer. 5 daughters and no sons to inherit the estate. What a dreadful thing it is for our girls to have their father's money entailed away from them to that odious cousin of yours, Mr. Collins. Because of him, we must simply see the girls very well.
Patience, my dear, we will see many young men of 4,000 to 5,000 a year come into the neighborhood.
It will be of no such use if 20 such men should come into the neighborhood, since you will not visit them.
Depend upon it, my dear, for when there are 20, I will visit them all.
Oh, Kitty, don't keep coughing so. You will tear my nerves to pieces. I don't cough for one of these men.
I believe it is all in the timing, my dear. You must cough with more rhythm. What do you say, Mary, on all this stuff and nonsense, on the formalities of introduction, and who you must introduce and be introduced to? For I know you are a young lady of deep reflection.
Well.
Yes, well. While Mary is readjusting her ideas, let's return to Mr. Bingley.
I am sick of Mr. Bingley.
I am so sorry to hear that. If I had known that this morning, I would have never called on him.
You have called on him?
We cannot escape the acquaintance now.
Papa.
I knew I should have a chance with him.
Oh, but I knew you to be a better man and to love your daughters too well to neglect such an acquaintance, and never said a word until now. What a good joke.
Yes, well, Kitty, I believe you may cough now as much as you please.
Lydia and Kitty attack Papa daily with questions about Mr. Bingley, but he has eluded them all. So we've been obliged to accept second-hand intelligence from our neighbors, Lady Lucas and Sir William.
He is quite young, wonderfully handsome, and can crowd the whole fun of dancing.
I do hope you should be favored with dance, my dear Charlotte.
As for my father,
Poor Mr. Bingley, soon to be trampled upon by all the young women in Hertfordshire. If only such a paragon could be accompanied by a brother or two.
And there he is, Mr. Bingley.
Oh, Jane. Oh, Lizzie, is it him? Has he come?
indeed, Mrs. Bennet, he brings with him his sister Caroline and a good friend from Derbyshire.
Oh, did you hear that, my dears? Mr. Bingley has friends in Derbyshire.
Mr. Bingley, we are so very pleased to have you at our humble assemblage.
Not so pleased as we are, good sir. You and your whole village make most welcome.
You are most welcome, sir. I do hope you enjoy Meryton.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Bingley, allow
Jane. Oh, you will find no such good as you, Jane. But I dare say there's no so beautiful as she in all the county.
I quite agree. May I present my sister, Miss Caroline Bingley?
Oh, Miss Bailey. Has your mother not made an excellent decision in settling a perfect child? I am not so delighted to see who most situated their husband.
Oh, madam, I hardly know how to contain my elation.
And this, my good friend, Master Pemberley Estate in Derbyshire, Mr. Darcy.
Pemberley, my dear fellow. Why, we have heard Pemberley is very grand indeed.
Thank you, Sir.
Miss Bennet, will you honor me with a dance? I should be most pleased
It seems as if Mr. Bingley's attentions are solely for Jane. The rest of the assembly, however, is quickly turning its attention to that of his friend, Mr. Darcy.
Such a fine figure of a man, such handsome features. Do you love her, Elizabeth?
He is certainly tall, Mamma.
Master Pemberley Estate, why, it is burning as £10,000 a year.
10,000!
Why, that is twice what Bingley is worth. Oh, I declare he must be the handsomest man that ever was seen.
I wonder if Mamma would find him quite as handsome if he were a man of only 1,000 pounds.
Come, Darcy, I must have you dance.
I certainly shall not. You know how much I detest dancing unless I am well acquainted with my partner.
I hate to see you standing about this stupid manner. You must dance, for partners are scarce, and many young
At such an assembly as this, it would be insupportable. Your sister is engaged at present, and there is not another woman in the room who dancing would not be a punishment.
Oh, good Lord, Darcy. I would not be as fastidious as you are for a kingdom. I have never met so many pleasant, pretty girls in my life.
You are dancing with the only handsome girl in the room.
Darcy, Jane Bennet is the most beautiful creature I have ever beheld. Though look, there is one of her sisters. I dare say, very agreeable. Do let me ask my partner to introduce you.
She is tolerable, but not handsome enough to tempt me. And I am in no humor at present to give consideration to young ladies who are ignored by other men. Return to your partner. Enjoy your smiles. You are wasting your time.
Well, was there ever a more disagreeable man in the world?
In fairness, I don't believe he knew we could hear.
Did you hear him, Lizzie? Not tolerable. 'Tis true you are not so beautiful as Jane, but I dare say, Lizzie, you are tolerable.
Thank you, Mamma.
I could never imagine making such inappropriate remarks at a public assembly. Such an odious, deviant young man. I say, Lizzie, another time I would not dance with him if I were you.
I may safely promise you never to dance with Mr. Darcy, madam. Perhaps he is not so handsome as Mr. Bingley after all.
No, indeed, most forbidding, so sure of himself, so fond of the crowd.
Perhaps, but his pride is not in it so much as pride often does. One cannot wonder that the master of Pemberley Estates, a young man with family, fortune, and everything in his favor, should think highly of himself. I may suggest that perhaps he has a right to be proud.
That is very true, and I could easily forgive his pride had he not mortified mine.
Pride is a very common failing, and I do believe, by everything that I've ever read, is very common indeed, and that the human nature is purely prone to it, and that a person doesn't cherish a feeling of self-confidence.
Oh, do hush, Mary. No one wants to hear your philosophies.
Yes, come away, my dear. I believe you have delighted us long enough.
If my family had set out on purpose to embarrass themselves, they could not be playing their parts with any more success. Mercifully for all, this evening is nearing its conclusion.
I will be sure to send word to Longbourn of when and where the new militia is to be quartered. American, just as soon as Sir William has informed me himself.
Can you believe it, Kitty? An entire regiment is soon to be stationed here in our own village?
You must promise to give us all the names of the officers.
And knowledge of their lodgings?
I simply can't wait to see a whole militia full of soldiers in their regiment.
Oh yes, I cannot abide by the man who does not wear red regimentals.
I have suspected it for some time, but now I am convinced. We have two of the silliest girls in all of England.
Mr. Bingley seems to admire Jane a great deal, Lizzie.
I am happy for her, Charlotte. I believe she is soon likely to be very much in love.
If that's true, then she would do better to show more affection than she feels.
More affection? Dear Charlotte, they're barely acquaintances.
What does that signify? Mr. Bingley seems to like your sister undoubtedly. But he may not do more than like her if she does not help him on.
And she will. Once she has a better understanding of his character, and as much as her gentle nature will allow.
Yes, but remember, Lizzie, Mr. Bingley may lose interest if she insists on guarding her temper.
What does Mr. Mr. Darcy knew by listening to our conversation?
That is a question which Mr. Darcy only can answer.
My dear Charlotte, I do believe we must provide our young friends with some alternative diversion as to boundless energy fire us all. So, would you please open our instrument? What a charming amusement, eh, Mr. Darcy? I consider dancing to be one of the first refinements of polished societies.
Certainly, sir. And all of the less polished societies.
Sir?
Any savage can dance.
Ah, yes, well, quite right, very clever. Though I doubt not that you were adept in the science yourself. Allow me to present to you this young lady as a very desirable dance partner.
Please, Sir William.
A capital idea, Father. I shall open the instrument, Lizzie. You know it must follow.
You are a very strange creature, by way of a friend.
Come now, Darcy. You cannot refuse, I am sure, when so much beauty is before you.
Indeed, sir. I have not the least intention of
I would
dancing.
be very happy to have a young man dancing with you, Miss Bennet.
There now, you see, my dear? Though this gentleman dislikes the amusement in general, he has no objection.
Mr. Darcy is all like us.
And why should he not be? For who could ever deny such a partner?
Do you feel an inclination to dance a reel? A reel, Miss Bennet.
Oh, I heard you before, but I could not immediately determine what to say in reply. You want to be, I know, to say yes, so that you may despise my country tastes. But I so often delight in cheating a person of such premeditated contempt. I have therefore decided to inform you that I do not like to dance with you at all. And now, despise me if you dare.
Indeed, I do not dare.
I can readily guess what you're thinking.
I should imagine not.
You are thinking how unsupported it would be to spend many evenings among such low society. And I would be of your opinion. The impropriety of such people.
Your conjecture is totally wrong, I assure you. My mind was more agreeable.
Oh?
I have been meditating on the very great pleasure which you have of fine eyes in the face of a pretty woman you bestow.
Pray, would you tell me what lady has inspired such reflections?
Miss Elizabeth Bennet.
I am all astonishment. How long has she been a favorite? When will I be wishing you joy?
That is exactly the question I expected you to ask. The lady's imagination is very rapid. It jumps from admiration to love, love to matrimony in a moment.
Nay, if you are so serious about it, I shall consider the matter as absolutely settled.
This morning, Jane received a letter from Netherfield, the contents of which, I must say, sparked the excitement of my mother almost more so than the recipient herself.
It is from Miss Bingley.
Well, what does it say? What is it about? Make haste and tell us.
My dear friend, my brother and Mr. Darcy are to go out dining with the officers.
Dining with the officers.
I wonder why Lady Lucas did not tell us of that.
Girls, shh.
If you are not so compassionate as to dine with me today, I shall be in danger of spending the entire afternoon in a state of intolerable boredom. Sweet Jane, do rescue me if you can, and come straight upon receipt of this note. Yours ever, Caroline Bingley.
So Mr. Bingley is dining out? That is very annoying.
May I have a carriage, Father?
No, you had better go on horseback since it seems likely to rain. Then they will invite you to stay, and you will get to see Mr. Bingley after all.
Mother!
Saddle your horse, Mr. Bennet.
The next morning, we received another note from them.
I find myself very unwell this morning, which I suspect I must owe to my getting so drenched yesterday. My kind and friends insist on my staying and seeing the physician, Dr. Jones. Therefore, do not be alarmed if you hear of the cabin of this evening. Excepting a sore throat and headache, there is not much matter with me.
Well, my dear, if our daughter is to have a fit of illness and die, it would be a comfort to know it was all in the pursuit of Mr. Bingley.
People do not die of trifling little colds. She'll be well taken care of, and she will get to see Mr. Bingley. There, Lizzie, was this not a wonderful idea of mine?
I must go to her, Mamma.
Go to her.
I cannot leave poor Jane in the care of Miss Bingley.
Is this a hint to me, Lizzie, to send for the horses?
No, indeed. The distance is but 3 miles to Netherfield. I'd much rather walk.
In all that mud and dirt, you will not be fit to be seen when you get there.
I shall be very fit to see Jane, which is all I want.
You have walked here for long haul?
It is an easy distance.
Of course it is, Miss Eliza. We must allow for all the young ladies of Hertfordshire to be excellent walkers, Mr. Darcy.
Excuse me, but how fares my sister?
She is slept ill and cannot yet leave the room, but I'm sure she will fare much better than I do around. I shall take her to my room.
How nonsensical. What does she mean to be scampering about the country because her sister has a cold? Her hair, so untidy, so lousy.
So it would seem.
You observed it, Mr. Darcy, I'm sure. Surely you would not wish to see your sister make such an exhibition.
Certainly not.
Well, 'tis a shame. I'm afraid this adventure has rather affected your admiration of Miss Elizabeth's pretty face and fine eyes.
Not at all. They were frightful exercise.
Oh, Charles, I do hope you haven't forgotten Miss Eliza's wild appearance. Her petticoat, 6 inches deep in mud, I am absolutely certain.
Actually, Caroline, I find I don't often take note of petticoats, muddy, or otherwise. I thought Miss Elizabeth would be happy.
Oh, do be sensible, brother. Do you truly intend to make overtures to Jane when her sister sees fit to walk 4 or 5 miles?
3 miles.
Whatever it is, to her ankles and thirds and a bone. Do you not think that shows an abominable sort of country town independence?
It shows an affection for her sister. It is very big.
Oh, Charles, you know I wish with all my heart that sweet Jane were well settled here. But with such sisters, such low connections, there's little chance of it. Why, just yesterday, Miss Bennet was telling me of her uncle who lives somewhere near Cheapside.
Cheapside.
It would not make her one jot less agreeable to me if she had uncles who filled all of Cheapside.
But with such relations, it must materially lessen their chances of marrying well.
Their chances, Darcy?
Jane is still very weak, though I finally have comfort to see her sleep soundly.
Miss Bennet, I do wish you would join us. The trucks are not on my side.
I do not believe I could be an officer. I have not the skill at the card table as my mother nor aunts.
Miss Eliza despises cards. She's a great reader, takes no pleasure in anything else.
I have deserved neither such praise nor censure. I am not a great reader, and I find pleasure in many things.
In nursing your sister, I am sure you have pleasure.
Thank you, Mr. Bingley.
May I fetch you another book? Only, I wish my collection were larger for your benefit and for my credit.
I assure you this is perfectly.
Oh, I do wish our father would have left us a larger collection. Charles, why, what a wonderful library you have at Pemberley, Mr. Darcy.
It's been the particular project of my sister this past year to see it expanded and maintained.
Oh, dear Georgiana, has Miss Darcy much grown since the spring? Will she as tall as me?
She's now about Miss Elizabeth Bennet's.
Oh, how we long to see her again, don't we, Charles? Such countenance, such manners, so extremely accomplished.
It is amazing to me how young ladies seem so very accomplished, as they all are.
Oh,
Yes, all. I am sure I've never introduced a young lady without thinking her to be very accomplished.
I cannot boast of knowing more than half a dozen that are truly accomplished.
Then you must comprehend a great deal of literature.
I do.
Oh, certainly. No young lady can be esteemed accomplished without a thorough knowledge of music, singing, drawing, and modern languages. To truly deserve the word, she must have a certain something in her air, manner of walking, the tone of her voice, her addresses and expressions.
And to that, she must add something more substantial.
And what is that, Darcy?
The improvement of her mind. By extensive reading.
I am no longer surprised at your knowing of only 6 accomplished women, Mr. Darcy. I now wonder at your knowing any.
Are you so severe upon your own sex?
I never saw such a lady. I never saw such capacity and taste and intelligence and elegance all in one lady, Mr. Darcy.
Perhaps you lack the proper connections, Miss Eliza? For I must protest that we know many young ladies in our acquaintance who answer that description.
Have you? Well, then I so humbly leave Mr. Darcy in your capable hands, so that you may extol their virtues to his satisfaction. I must confess I have nothing to offer Mr. Darcy that is so pleasing.
Miss Eliza is one of those young ladies who intends to recommend themselves upon the opposite sex by undervaluing their own. May work with some men, but I find it to be a vile device, a very mean art to pursue a man's affections.
Undoubtedly. Though I might add, there is a certain meanness in all of the arts employed in the pursuit of men's affections.
Miss Eliza, I must persuade you to take a friend about the room with you. It is very refreshing, I assure you. Will you join our party, Mr. Darcy?
I'm afraid that it would defeat your purpose, Miss Bingley.
Our purpose? What can you mean, Miss Eliza?
I do not know, but I believe the surest way of disappointing him would be to ask nothing about it.
I don't
not object to explain. We walk together because you know your figures appear to greatest advantage in walking. You intend for me to admire you from my chair.
Shocking! I've never heard anything so horrible. Why, how should we punish him, Miss Eliza?
Nothing is so easy. If you wish it, tease him. Laugh at him.
Tease him. Tease Mr. Darcy. Tease calmness of temper and presence of mind.
Is Mr. Darcy so upright that he is not to be laughed at?
Certainly not. Though I have striven in my life to avoid certain weaknesses that might expose one to ridicule.
Such as vanity and pride?
Vanity is a weakness indeed, but pride, where there is a real sense of superiority of mind and friendship, pride will always be under good regulation.
I see. Miss Bingley, I fear I must disappoint you. Mr. Darcy has no defect to laugh at. He owns it himself, without disguise.
I have made no such assertion, Miss Bennet. I have faults enough. Some may call my temper resentful, but I cannot easily forgive the follies of others, nor their offenses against myself.
That is a family indeed. I really cannot laugh at it. You are safe from me.
There is, I believe, in everyone a certain tendency to some natural evil, a particular defect.
Yours is a propensity to hate everyone.
And yours is to willfully misunderstand.
Oh, Mr. Bingley, I am sure if it were not for such good friends, I would not know what would have become of our dear girl.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Bingley, Miss Bingley, for such an example of generosity.
Are you quite sure you're well enough to return? You might catch another cold, only to pass.
I will not dream of trespassing further, sir. I assure you, I am quite recovered and...
Mr. Bingley, do you not remember your promise to throw a ball once you settled in Netherfield?
Lydia!
This merely one time, but it would be the most shameful thing in the world if you not do your word. You are perfectly right. In fact, once your sister is home, you will assuredly recover. She'll please make the very day.
Come away, my dear, for I have reason to expect an addition to our family party.
Mr. Bingley, oh, my Janie never dropped a word. Oh, good Lord. Lydia, ring the bell. I must speak with the cook.
It is not Mr. Bingley. It is Mr. Collins, my cousin, a man that I have never met. But when I am dead, he may cast you all out of the house as soon as he pleases.
Oh, no, my dear. I can't stand to hear the name mentioned.
You must stand it, my dear, for he wrote 3 weeks ago.
Dear sir, having received ordination and having been so fortunate as to be distinguished by the patronage of the Right Honorable Lady, Catherine de Bourgh, I feel it my duty as clergyman to establish peace within our 2 families. On these grounds, I hope that my being next in the entail of Longhorn will lead you not to reject this olive branch. I cannot help but be concerned of being the means of injuring your amiable daughters once you are dead, and beg leave to apologize for it, and to make them every possible amends.
Well, Mrs. Bennet, are you satisfied?
Then, under the patronage of Lady Catherine de Bourgh, your cousin is in a position to remedy such a dreadful entail made against 2 girls, then I shall not be the person to discourage you.
I cannot make him out. Once you are dead, and what can he mean for apologizing for being next to the entail? Can this be a sensible man, Papa?
Oh no, my dear. I have great hopes of finding him quite the reverse. And here he is at 2 o'clock exactly, punctual to his time.
Good cousins, dear Miss Bennet, you're to be commended on keeping such happy lodgings here at Longhorn. Lodgings, sir? I confess I never saw sweeter arrangements. Why, I am much struck with the furniture and size of this apartment. It reminds me very much of a small summer breakfast parlor at Rosie's Park. A breakfast parlor? Indeed, why, Oh, my dear Miss Bennet, I am mortified that you should take for offense my observation. I assure you that Rosie's Park, the home of my most esteemed patroness, Lady Catherine de Bourgh, is very grand indeed. Why, the chimney piece at Rosie's alone costs £800.
£800, my dear boy. Why, were we ever so more favored in our guests, do you think, Lizzie?
Indeed you cannot, though I take no credit myself. I owe such good fortune entirely to Lady Catherine de Bourgh. Why, she has been so kind as to ask me to dine twice already at Rosings, and has been so kind as to approve my first 2 sermons of my new parish, and all the alterations I made to the parsonage, even venturing to suggest I install shelves in the closet upstairs. Is that not the most clever idea, Mr. Bennett?
Shelves in the closet? My dear, how have we gone on without such dazzling inventiveness?
Mr. Collins, who allowed you? How impertinent of me. This must be your fine family of daughters. Permit me to say, Miss Bennett, though offering much of their beauty, they have fallen short of the truth.
You are very kind, sir.
And I hope you will not think me forward in adding that I do not doubt seeing them all, in due time, well disposed of in marriage. But a generous compliment. I'm pleased you think so. I'm happy on every occasion to offer those little delicate compliments which are always acceptable to ladies.
I say it is lucky that you possess the talent of flattering with such delicacy. May I ask whether it comes from the impulse of the moment or from previous study?
Chiefly, they arise from the moment, Mr. Bennett. So, I do sometimes compose little elegant arrangements that can be adapted to suit a variety of occasions. Observe. Miss Bennett, your lips are as red as the blood of a fatted calf led to slaughter.
Bravo! He is everything I hoped for, Lizzie.
Miss Bennett, I hope you did not suspicion any hint of a pinch down in my wishing to see your daughter soon married.
Not at all. I'm sure you are sincere as I wish the very same for our state of message.
You allude perhaps to the fate of your husband's estate?
Indeed, it is quite grievous for our girls to have their father's money entailed away from them.
I assure you, madam, I am very sensible to the hardships of my fair cousins. It is, in fact, my reason for seeking this meeting at Longbourn. Why, my patroness Lady Catherine de Berg advised me most splendidly. During my last visit to Rosen's Park, she said, Mr. Collins, you must marry. Choose properly. Let her be an active, useful sort of person, not brought up high, but able to make a small income go a good way. If you can find such a woman, bring her to Rosen's Park, and I will visit her to give my approval. Now, permit me to say, Miss Bennett, that I take Lady Catherine de Berg's generous condescension as among the best of the advantages in my power to offer your daughters. For who else could?
Mrs. Collins, am I to understand that your idea of young entails to marry one of my daughters?
Why, of course. Oh dear, did I not speak plainly? I do always hope to be succinct.
Mr. Collins.
I thought it an excellent plan, and her ladyship quite agreed. So I came to Longbourn, meaning to choose one of your daughters, if I found them as beautiful as commonly reported, and upon seeing them, Miss Bennett, I decided. The, eldest girl.
Jane.
Yes, a lovely choice, unequal beauty, and an interest of seniority, don't you agree?
Your taste do you credit, sir. However, I must tell you, you can leave Jane as soon as being engaged to this being with
Oh,
However, if I may suggest Elizabeth.
your second born.
Indeed. Second only to Jane and Bertha.
Done, madam?
Much to our delight, Mr. Bingley was true to his word, and he is now thrown to fall at Netherfield in his new home.
At your service, my ladies.
Why, where have you been hiding so tall, gentlemen, from our acquaintance?
From London, sir?
Indeed.
Aren't you glad he follows in the office of his friend Kitty, for he looks so handsome in his red coat?
Yeah. Kitty, please. Mr. Ridley, do excuse my younger sister's impertinence. They have always been little else besides the virtues.
Miss Bennett, I hope that you, Mr. Darcy,
Extraordinary.
I'm afraid Miss Bennett couldn't possibly skip your notice that very cold meeting just now.
Indeed, I would not wish to pry, but
Are you much acquainted, Mr. Darcy?
as much as I ever wish to be. I have spent 6 days in the same house with him. Far too long to spend with such a disagreeable person.
I have no right to give my opinion. I have known him far too long to be very judge. Has Mr. Darcy been in Hertfordshire long?
About a month, sir.
And he seemed much thought of.
Mr. Ridley, he is not at all like to hardly any house save in Netherfield. Every
We cannot pretend to be sorry to hear that. I have been a disappointing man this year. A military life is not what I was intended for. Forgive me, Miss Smith. You are both charming and transparent. You are no doubt curious to nature of my acquaintance with Mr. Darcy.
I must confess I have thought of little else. It has been impossible to imagine just how he has been the means of your ruin.
He's not always been bad. See, my father had the old man on Mr. Darcy's estate.
His steward?
Precisely. We spent the better half of our youth together. I dare say, we were once brothers. This surprises you?
How can it not?
His father was my godfather, and upon his death promised to fight for me. He intended me for the church and a parish of living as soon as he became available.
And did he?
No, he died before one could become vacant. And young Darcy ignores his father's wishes and gave it to another man. I was left penniless.
Good heavens! How could Mr. Johnson have dishonored his own father's will?
There was such a formality in it. The law was not in my favor.
This is quite shocking. He deserves to be publicly disgraced.
Sometime it will be, but it will not be by me. Before I can forgive the father, I cannot defile or expose himself.
I had not thought Mr. Darcy so bad as this. What could have induced him to behave so cruelly?
I believe he chose. I was the poor son of the steward, and the old Mr. Darcy liked me less. Maybe I would have borne with the son better.
Such malicious revenge, such injustice. I wonder now his acquaintance with Mr. Bingley, who seems so amiable. He cannot know what Mr. Darcy is.
Probably not. Mr. Darcy can please where he chooses. Among those he should consider his equals, Mr. Darcy is a different man.
Excuse me, Miss Elizabeth. Might I have a word with Wickham?
Miss Eliza, why, your sisters were just telling me about how your favorite George Wickham. Oh, I'm sure we failed to mention that he's the son of old Wickham, the late Mr. Darcy's overseer.
Yes, he informed me about himself.
Oh, did he? Well, let me advise you, as a friend, do not trust in all of his assertions. I do not know the particulars, but I do know he treated Mr. Darcy in a infamous manner.
How's he?
Oh, I pity you, Miss Eliza, for this discovery of his guilt. But really, considering his lineage, one cannot expect much better.
His guilt and his lineage appear by your account to be the same. You accuse him of nothing more than being the son of Mr. Darcy's steward, a relation he proudly acknowledged.
I beg your pardon. My interference was kindly meant.
I regret to inform you that I've been obliged to go in town on urgent business.
Why?
I do apologize, Miss Elizabeth. I wouldn't imagine you would walk away like that. Services.
Charlotte, I have much to tell you.
Miss Bennet, please. I do hope you will join me in this place.
Mr. Darcy, I can think of no other.
Lizzie, don't be a simpleton. You surely do not know the whole. Do not have your sense of the woman who to embarrass a man at 10 times his worth.
Thank you. Yes. I do so enjoy this dance. It is your turn to say something, Mr. Darcy. I spoke of the dance. You left the mark on the side of the room.
You always talk by rule. When you are dancing.
Usually, though we may arrange it to remain as little as possible.
You seek to satisfy my needs. Present. Or your own.
Both. I have made a new friend, Mr. Wickham.
Yes. George Wickham has the happy ability of making friends. Whether he is equally capable of keeping them is much less certain.
I remember hearing you once say, Mr. Darcy, that you do not easily forget the faults of others. Are you then cautious in first forming that resentment?
I am.
And never allow yourself to be blinded by prejudice?
I certainly hope not. May I ask what this question is to you?
Merely to the illustration
success.
I do not get on at all. I hear such different accounts from you as possibly exceeding.
Perhaps then you should attempt to sketch my character at the present moment.
But if I do not take your likeness now, I will never have another opportunity.
Very well. I would by no means suspend any pleasure of yours. Good night, Miss Bennet.
Oh, what has become of us? What are we to do?
Heavens, girls, what is it?
The regiment, Mamma, they are to leave in a fortnight.
They're going to be camped in Brighton for the whole summer.
Papa, I want to go to Brighton on holiday.
Go to Brighton.
Oh, yes, Mr. Bennet, what a lovely idea.
You are not going to see us some as well, sir, Papa.
And Colonel Forster's wife has designed on taking up sea bathing in Brighton.
A little sea bathing would set me up forever.
Sea bathing, eh? What do you say to that, Mary?
Though my sisters are congenial with female minds, I would much rather prefer my nose in a book.
Bravo! For once I am in complete support for your delightful penchant for philosophies. Come, come, Mrs. Bennet.
Papa!
No, I have no intention of yielding. The regiment shall go to Brighton, and we shall remain here in Longbourn.
Poor Lydia, though her anguish is mild compared to that of dear Jane. I received a letter from Miss Bingley. Lizzie, I'm quite distressed. Mr. Bingley has left Netherfield, and Caroline writes he has no intention of returning. Impossible! Jane, no one who has seen you together could possibly doubt his affection. But Caroline insists he's in no hurry to return from London, and she goes as far as wishing us much joy for Christmas at Hertfordshire. It is evident by this that he intends to stay for the winter at least. It is only evident what Miss Bingley intends. It does not signify how he feels. How could you think so? If Mr. Bingley had any intention to continue our acquaintance, would he have gone to visit Longbourn himself before departing? Jane, your humility usually does you credit, but in this case, it is your enemy. The truth is plain. Miss Bingley sees that her brother is in love with you, but for her, we are not rich enough, not grand enough. On this point of view, she and Mr. Darcy are as one, so she convinced him to leave Netherfield. You see, I cannot believe Caroline could be so deceitful. But I know in his position, madam, but I have not the capacity of indulging in such fanciful ideas. It is kind of the writing. Mr. Bingley does not feel me as I hoped. Can no one, save for myself and Mr. Wickham, understand the true nature of such proud, arrogant snobbery as is displayed by the likes of Caroline Bingley and Mr. Darcy? Still, even Jane's news is nothing compared to the mortification I am about to do.
Oh, yes, certainly. I am sure she will be very happy and have no objection. There now, I shall be before surprise.
Dear madam, do not go. Mr. Collins can have nothing to say to me that anybody need not hear.
No, Lizzie, I require that you should remain. Mr. Collins is
Mamma,
Lizzie, stay.
Believe me, my dear Miss Elizabeth, your modesty as to your other perfections. You can hardly doubt the purpose of my desired discourse.
Mr. Collins,
Almost as soon as I entered the house, I signaled you as the companion of my future life. But before I run away with my feelings, I must state my reasons for marrying.
Mr. Collins, please.
First, I feel it the right thing for every clergyman to set an example of matrimony in his parish.
Quite right. However,
Second, I am convinced it'll add greatly to my happiness.
sir, I beg of you.
And third, it is a particular recommendation of Lady Catherine Edward, why she advised me most splendidly, and you can be assured to be favored with equal condensation once we are married. Why, just before my journey to Longbourn, she says, Mr. Collins, you must marry. Choose properly. Let her be
You are too hasty, sir. You forget that I have made no answer. I am flattered by the compliments of your proposal, but it would be impossible to accept.
I know it is usual for young ladies to reject the addresses of the man they secretly mean to accept. So, when I do you the honor of asking again, I hope to hear a more favorable answer.
Upon my word, your expectation is rather extraordinary. I am perfectly serious in my refusal.
You flatter me, dear cousin. I know my hand is worthy of your acceptance, and being that I am to inherit this estate after your father's death, and your own dowry is so small, it is unlikely that another offer of marriage will ever be made to you again. So, I must attribute your rejection to your wish of increasing my love by
Suspense! Mr. Collins! Can I not speak plainer? I will not marry you!
You are uniformingly charming.
Oh, my dear Mr. Collins, do allow me to congratulate you on your engagement.
Thank you, Miss Bennet. I do believe to be engaged as soon as your elegant daughter consents to receive my hand.
She has not considered.
Oh, not yet. Though I have every reason to trust I will be satisfied, since her refusal must naturally flow from her bashful modesty and delicacy of character.
Bashful modesty? Lizzie! Mr. Bennett!
Madam,
Depend upon it, Lizzie shall be brought to reason.
brought to reason.
She is a headstrong, foolish girl, but I will make her accept you.
Headstrong, foolish. Do you mean to say that she actually rejected me?
I will go directly to Mr. Bennett. It shall be settled as soon as possible.
Pardon me, Miss Bennet, but if she really is headstrong and foolish, I feel she may not be an appropriate wife to Lady Catherine. To me. Excuse me, but I am invited this evening to dine with Sir William and Lady Lucas. Perhaps it'd be best to go there. There may
Mr. Collins, please wait! Mr. Bennett! Oh, Mr. Bennett, we are all in an uproar. You must speak to Lizzie, for she vows she will not have him.
I have not the pleasure of understanding you, ma'am. About what do you bluster?
Mr. Collins and Lizzie. Lizzie vows that she will not have Mr. Collins, and Mr. Collins begins to say that he will not have Lizzie.
Have her called in. She shall hear my opinion.
Lizzie! Come here, child!
Lizzie, you have been called upon for a matter of great importance. I have understanding that you have refused Mr. Collins.
I have, sir.
And your mother is insistent upon you accepting him. Have I got that right, Mrs. Bennett?
Yes, or I will never see her again.
We have come to the point. An unhappy alternative is placed before you, Elizabeth. You must be a stranger to one of your parents from this day on. Your mother will never see you again if you do not accept Mr. Collins. And I will never see you again if you do.
Thank you, Papa. For days now, I have been the least favored of my mother's children, and my father the very bane of her existence. Indeed, not an hour has passed without some allusion to the fact that I've ruined us all. Father bears it all with great amusement, and I as well, for Mr. Collins is true to his word. He is now staying at Lucas Lodge, and my only regret is my dear friend Charlotte, having to endure the same insipid conversation we had before. Dear Elizabeth, Charlotte, I have much to tell you. What news from Lucas Lodge?
Oh, Lizzie, I do fear I will be a dreadful guest to you.
Nonsense! What an odd thing to say!
Do heed what I have to tell you. You know that Mr. Collins has been a guest in my father's house.
Of course, allow me to apologize for the unfortunate awkwardness. I fear my family's burned yours from those ridiculous of guests, and
Lizzie, I had promised to marry him.
who?
I am engaged to Mr. Collins.
The more I see of the world, the more dissatisfied I am with it.
Mr. Collins is respectable. It is an eligible match.
Every day confirms my beliefs in the family's opinion here.
And you know I am not so romantic as your Jane.
Is this to be the end of all good sense in Herefordshire?
Remember that I am one of a very large family, and I do so wish to be well settled and ease the burden of my parents. Can you not wish me joy?
Charlotte, I am happy for you. Please accept my most heartfelt wishes for a good marriage.
I shall depend on hearing from you very often. You will write me notes.
Certainly.
And you will come and see me?
Right, we shall often meet in Herefordshire.
I'm not likely to leave my new home for some time. Promise me, Lizzie. Promise me you'll leave Rose's Park as all of this.
Do not make yourself uneasy about your apparel, dear cousin. Lady Catherine will not think you worse for being poorly dressed.
Thank you, Mr. Collins.
Lady Catherine de Bourgh.
You are a very genteel, pretty kind of girl.
Thank you, your ladyship.
And she has how many sisters?
4, ma'am.
And are any of your younger sisters your siblings must be very young.
My youngest is not 16.
All 5 out without the eldest sisters married. How very odd.
Perhaps, but I believe it would be very hard upon young sisters not to have their share of society, simply because the elder sisters have not married yet, ma'am.
Upon my word, you can give your opinion so very decidedly for so young a person. Was your governess so neglectful in checking your man?
We have no governess.
No governess? 5 daughters and no governess? Your mother must have been quite a slave to your education.
That was not precisely the case.
Do you at least play pianoforte, Miss Bennet? Do you sing?
A little.
Oh, thank heaven for that. Mr. Collins, when my nephews arrive, you shall hear Miss Elizabeth Bennet play and sing.
A most ingenious plan, your ladyship.
Pray, who are these nephews in Lady Catherine's presence must wake you grace to it?
Oh, Leslie, do forgive me.
Why? What is it?
I quite forgot to mention.
Charlotte?
Lady Catherine's nephews are...
Colonel Fitzwilliam. And Mr. Darcy, ma'am.
Mr. Darcy.
Miss Bennet. Miss Elizabeth Bennet? Darcy, you never mentioned she didn't know so near the Rosings.
I did not know he was moving.
It is very good of you trying to ask, Miss Bennet.
That last, Colonel?
Why, Darcy speaks a little of his recent adventures in Hertfordshire.
Does he?
Indeed, and I am so grateful to have a welcome relief near Rosings. I believe my Catherine would be a rather challenging conversationalist.
You flatter me, sir. I am not so much relieved.
Really? I've heard quite a different account.
Do you mean to frighten me, Mr. Darcy? By coming in such a state, having given what your cousin is, I am sure, an ungenerous account of our conversations?
I do not believe I could entertain any design of fight.
What is that you were saying, Darcy, Fitzwilliam? What are you telling Miss Bennet? What are you speaking of?
We were speaking of music. We're speaking of music, madam. Music.
Music? Then pray speak loud. I must have my share of the conversation. Miss Elizabeth Bennet has favored us, has consented to favoring us with a song this evening, though I entertain no notion that she'll be a great proficient. We shall see how poorly she's fared without governess.
Let's say that, Miss Bennet. Shall you disgrace us all with the performance unequal to relation standards?
I am afraid so, Colonel. I fear Lady Catherine and I are in agreement. I am not so proficient at the pianoforte, am I, Mr. Darcy? I believe you once had the displeasure of hearing me play at Netherfield?
Astonishing! Allow me to express my deepest admiration for your wit and spirit, Miss Bennet. I often don't see Mr. Darcy at a loss for words.
Thank you for the compliments, but I cannot accept them. Surely as his cousin, you have far more need to behave with as much familiarity as I dare. I must beg your forgiveness. Do you mean to stay long at Rosings, Colonel?
I'm at Darcy's disposal. He pays a visit every year to his aunt in honor of his late mother.
Your cousin cannot fend for himself amongst such glistening condescension?
He can, but he likes to have it his own way. I suspect you already know that.
Oh, I know a great deal of Mr. Darcy's way. I once had the pleasure of spending a week in his privilege at the estate of his friend, Mr. Bingham. Are you at all acquainted?
The Bingleys? Yes, I know them a little. Mr. Bingley's a pleasant gentleman, a great friend of Darcy's.
Oh, yes, I dare say Mr. Darcy takes prodigious care of him.
Oh, he does take care, and those points Mr. Bingley's most in need. From our journey here, I suspect Mr. Bingley's much indebted to him.
Indebted to him? Why?
Well, it's a very delicate matter.
You may depend on my silence, sir. What did he say?
He only conveyed his belief at saving Mr. Bingley from a most imprudent marriage.
Did Mr. Darcy give you reason for his interference?
I know there are strong objections against the lady.
And why was he to be the judge? Is Mr. Bingley not his own master?
Miss Bennet, are you quite all right?
Forgive me, Colonel. I have a sudden headache.
Miss Bennet, forgive my intrusion.
Intrusion? You?
That is your headache. I heard from...
I am better now.
In vain, I have tried. It will not do. You must allow me to tell you how ardently I admire your life. From almost our first meeting in Hertfordshire, I have failed to impress my feelings. Your likeness of mine is buried in your wits, your eyes utterly defeated. I am conscious of your inferiority in your station, the degradation which I'm sure to endure in nicer society, and the objectionable nature of your whole family whose condition in life is so decided to believe my own. But nevertheless, I formed so affectionate an attachment as to be unable to conquer it despite my better judgment. I hope now to be relieved my anxieties, rewarded, for your accepting my marriage.
Mr. Darcy, I believe in such cases as this, one is expected to express gratitude for the feelings related. However, unequally they may be returned. But I cannot. I have never desired your opinion, and you have bestowed it most unwillingly. I am sorry to cause anyone pain, but I hope it will be of short duration.
And this is all the reply which I have the honor of expecting? I wonder why, with such little endeavor at civility, I am rejected.
Civility! With so little an endeavor of offending me and insulting me, you told me that you liked me against your will, your reason, and even against your character. Is that not some excuse for incivility? I have every reason in the world to think ill of you. Do you think any consideration would tempt me to accept the man who has been the means of ruining the happiness of my sister Jane? Or do you dare deny the part you acted in dividing her from Bingley?
I have no wish of denying it. I did everything in my power to separate my friend from your sister. Towards him, I have been kinder than towards myself.
But it is not merely that affair on which my opinion of you is founded. My opinion of you was decided months ago upon the account I received of your behavior towards poor Mr. Wickham.
Oh, poor Wickham!
Yes, and in what imaginary act of friendship can you defend yourself there?
You take an eager interest in that gentleman's concerns.
Who that knows of his misfortunes can help feeling an interest?
His misfortunes, yes. His misfortunes are great indeed.
And of your infliction. You have reduced him to his present state of poverty, withheld advantages, and deprived him of the life your very father wished for him.
And this is your account. My faults by miscalculation are heavy indeed. But perhaps these offenses might have been overlooked had not your pride been.
My pride?
Yes, pride. Wounded by my honest confession of the objections that long prevented me from revealing my true feelings. Should I have concealed my struggles, flattered you, but disguise of every sort is my abhorrence? Could you expect me to rejoice in the inferiority of your connections?
You are mistaken, Mr. Darcy. The motive of your declaration simply spared me the concern I might have felt infusing. You had behaved in a more gentlemanlike manner.
What gentlemanlike?
You could not have offered your hand in any possible way that would have tempted me to accept it. I had not known you a month before I felt you were the last man in the world whom I would ever marry.
You said quite enough, madam. I perfectly understand your views, and now have only to be shamed by you. Please accept my best wishes for your public happiness. Forgive me for taking so much of your time.
Are you quite sure you were comfortable today? You had barely any rest last night, scarce uttered 2 words this morning.
Forgive me, Charlotte. I fear I have a dreadful gift.
Nonsense, Lizzie. Only I worry at such a persistent headache. Your father would never forgive me if I let you return to Mom while today as well.
Indeed, you could not. But I promise I will hide that.
If you insist. Come, we should return to the closet while Colonel Fitzwilliam and Mr. Darcy take their leave. I am sure you would not wish to.
Charlotte, would you mind terribly if that is, I do so enjoy the lanes here at Rosings. I think I might like to take it longer than that.
You have no wish of seeing Mr. Darcy, do you? Oh, Lizzie, I do wish you would confide in me about his issues last night. I must confess I have never known you to shout so. Was he cruel to you?
No, we just had a disagreement.
Very well then. A shock passed me. But a letter has arrived for you from his father.
Be not alarmed, madam, on receiving this letter. For you need not fear any renewal of those offers which were last night so disgusting to you. But you have charged me with 2 very grave offenses. First, that I detached Mr. Bingley from your sister, and second, that I have been the sole means of ruin to George Wickham. If, in this explanation, I relate feelings which may be offensive, I beg in advance for your forgiveness. The severity of the charges demands that it must be done, else I would disparage you in unpleasantness entirely. I had not long been in Hertfordshire before I became aware of the notion that Bingley preferred your sister, but it was not not until the Netherfield Ball that I became aware of the general expectation of the public. In that moment, I observed your sister's behavior attentively. Her appearance and manners were cheerful and engaging, but without any symptom of deep affection.
Without any symptom.
Though she received his attention with pleasure, she did not seem to invite him particular regard. The quietness of her expression, the civility of her manner, convinced me that her heart was not as violently engaged as my friend's. If I had been in error, then yours was not the reason. But there were other matters to consider. Your mother's family relations in Cheapside, though objectionable, were nothing to the total lack of honesty and the blatant desire for wealth, so frequently betrayed by herself, one of your sisters, and even part of your father. All of this induced me to preserve him from what I believe would be most unhappy marriage. As for Mr. Wickham, I fear I must lay before you the whole history. Mr. Wickham was indeed my father's godson and my boyhood companion. His manners with my father were easily engaging, but from my father he was careful to guard his true character. I am sure you have been informed that Wickham was promised a parish there. I am equally sure of what you have not informed.
Darcy, I am not so insensitive to the old man's wishes. You know I am not desiring having to run a church. I am not suited to be a clergyman.
Certainly not.
However, in lieu of taking orders, I think there is a matter of compensation. If I am not to accept the living, should I not be given a sum of equal value?
Your price?
What say you to £3,000?
I granted Wickham's request on grounds that he was on all claim to the church. But scarcely 2 years later,
I have come to the realization that I was wrong to refuse such a noble calling. I hope you will be as kind to apply to the Archbishop and recommend him.
how much is your tax?
Let's just say, my circumstances are bad.
I had no difficulty believing it. But you will hardly blame me for refusing him, or for my resisting his next 5 requests. He no doubt abused my character in your society as boldly as now does my own.
I have been a disappointed man this minute. A military life is not what I was intended for. Mr. Darcy has done me a terrible disservice.
After this, our connection seemed entirely dissolved. The last summer, he was most painfully introduced to my family's acquaintance. My sister, Georgiana, who was 10 years my junior, was attending school at Princeton. Unbeknownst to myself, Wickham followed her there. She was then but 15, and was persuaded to believe herself in love and to consent to an elopement.
You know, my brother and cousin did want me to hear my garden fortune hunters around St. George.
Darcy, we grew up together, you and I. Born in poverty and raised in privilege, you know how much I desire to make friends based off the merits of their character rather than those of their relations.
A day or two before the event, I joined them unexpectedly.
Brother!
Unable to grieve or offend me, Georgiana acknowledged the truth of the affair. You may imagine what I felt and how I acted. Wickham's chief motive was my sister's fortune, a sum of £30,000. But I cannot doubt that he also sought revenge on me. Had this elopement taken place, and had he succeeded in disgracing my sister, his revenge would have been complete. This, madam, is a faithful narrative of every event concerning Mr. Wickham. I know not what lies he's told you, but detection could not be in your power. You are too good a person to suspicion those you would call friends. I hope you will believe me, but if your hatred of me permits it, I invite you to appeal to Colonel Fitzwilliam for confirmation. I will only add. God bless you.
I am absolute fool.
Mama, Papa, Jane.
You?
Papa. Oh, hello, Lizzie. Welcome home.
Lydia, what?
Mama, you would never guess what has happened.
Heavens, girl, what is it?
Harriet Forster, the wife of the
to Brighton, you say? On your own?
Oh, Lizzie Jane, is this not wonderful? Mama, I do not think Lydia, who must take every opportunity of enjoying herself.
I did not see on his voice that should ask me as well as Lydia, Mama. Though I am not very particular friend, I should have just as much curiosity as she has. Why, I am 2 years older. Well, I don't see why she has to be so very jealous. It's not as if I applied to her for the invitation.
Jealousy is both reasonable. It belongs to reasonable men. While in these days, it belongs to babes. One person may get good through jealousy. They will not have the company.
Oh, Jane, to see the streets of Brighton crowded with scores of officers in their red coats.
Lydia,
Can you not see me, Mama, sitting beneath a tent, surrounded by 6 or 7 officers at once?
Lydia, do take hold of yourself. You know Papa cannot spare the horses from the field for as long as the journey is Brighton. You'll have no transport.
Oh, please, Papa, we will ride all night through the rain if we must.
Lydia, for goodness sake.
Your sister is right. We do not have the horses to spare. But perhaps we might apply to your Aunt Gardner when she visits in August. Surely she and your uncle can take you to Brighton upon their return.
Oh, Papa, Aunt Gardner, what a clever idea. Oh, yes, Lydia. Is Mr. Bennett not the most wonderful father in the world?
Most wonderful. Did you hear that, Lizzie? Everything is as it should be. You have come home, Lydia is going to Brighton, and I have been restored to my former glory.
Papa, you cannot be serious in granting Lydia your approval.
Why ever not?
Papa, consider how young Mrs. Forster is. Why, she is scarcely a year younger than the dear old Lydia. Every bit the same. She is hardly a super chaperone.
Calm down, my dears. Colonel Forster is a sensible man. He will make sure she doesn't get in a real mischief.
But
Come now, my dears. We will have no peace in Brighton if Lydia does not go to Brighton.
hello, Lizzie, dear aunt. How fares Cheapside? Very well, my dear, very well. Though I fear your uncle's business has called him back to London for the rest of the summer. Oh, we had so hoped to visit the Northern Lakes together after our detour through Brighton. Uncle Gardner did not accompany you? It is just as well, just as well. I fear the bolt of Lydia's trunk will soon overtake the carriage. Indeed. Lizzie, what say you to accompany your dear old man to the north? I confess I rather thought of giving up the holiday entirely after your uncle was summoned back home. I can never refuse you, Aunt. Wonderful. Should go speak to your mother and father directly. At Gardner? Yes, dear. What's the name of this grand estate you said you must visit? Weirton Pemberley, my dear. Mr. Darcy's home. Pemberley? My aunt wishes to take me to Pemberley? The estate of Mr. Darcy? The man I cruelly rejected, and then blamed for ruining the life of the scoundrel who tried to defile his sister? How horrifying! I had scarce but a few weeks of traveling through Derbyshire before the dreaded appointment. I applied to the housekeeper of Pemberley directly and inquired as to whether or not the family was home. Mercifully, she replied,
We're counting our way in London right now, madame. The less shall return to the world. This is his sister's children. Does this young lady know Mr. Darcy?
a little,
I should not think he was a very handsome young man.
very handsome.
I've known him since you were 4.
Mr. Darcy,
Oh, Miss Reynolds.
your housekeeper, Mrs. Reynolds, yes. She informed us that we'd certainly not be here till tomorrow.
Ah, yes. Well, business with my steward died.
I am dreadfully sorry for intruding on your privacy. I shall go away directly.
I beg that you stay. Please, you're most welcome. Now, how long has been your stay in your shop?
About half a month, sir.
And your family, are they all
They are all well. Yes, I thank you.
good? Good. Excellent.
Mr. Darcy, I would not shoot you.
Miss Reynolds, please, allow me to explain. That is, the matter.
Sir, you have no need of explaining.
But you must understand that when I wrote it, I believed myself perfectly calm. I am since convinced that I was written in a
Mr. Darcy.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Darcy. We didn't expect you till tomorrow.
I apologize, Miss Reynolds. I had not the time of the phone.
I shall be busy. Miss Bennett.
Miss Bennett, I think it's time that we got someone who so dearly wishes to meet you. My sister, Miss Darcy.
Georgiana.
I am pleased to meet you, Mrs. Darcy. Your brother speaks very highly of you.
He is too kind, surely.
Mrs. Reynolds showed us a very pretty room yesterday. Recently redecorated, I understand.
My new sitting room.
Very elegant.
Thank you, Miss Bennett. It was a gift from my brother. I spent a good deal of time there after with my paints. That is, when I returned home from school last summer.
And who could do otherwise amid such cozy surroundings? You have impeccable taste, Miss Darcy.
Excuse me, sir, but the post just come by express.
Ah, thank you, Miss Reynolds.
Only, it's very odd. This one seems to be addressed to Miss Elizabeth. It's from the landlord of Hampton Inn.
See, Miss Elizabeth Bennett.
I am so sorry. I cannot imagine.
It's all right, Miss Bennett. It was sent express, so it must be important.
If you desire privacy, you may read it in the morning.
Thank you.
By the time, my dearest sister, you have received my hurried letter, I pray it may at least be coherent. I hope not to intrude on your holiday, but something has occurred of most unexpected and serious nature. An express came at 12 on Friday from Colonel Forster to inform us that poor Lydia is gone from Brighton.
Gone?
That she has run off with one of his officers.
No, this cannot be.
To learn the truth, Lizzie. With Wickham.
No.
I am very, very sorry. So imprudent a match. I was willing to hope for the best, that we somehow misunderstood his character.
Sweet Jane, do not deceive yourself.
If only it were an ill-conceived elopement we should do. It does appear that Lydia supposed they were married. But our father has since gone to London and learned from Captain Denny that Wickham never intended to marry Lydia at all. Enclosed with my own, I have included a letter that Colonel Forster discovered addressed to his wife. A letter from Lydia.
My dear Harriet, you will laugh when you know where I'm gone, and I cannot help laughing at your surprise once I missed in the morning. I'm gone to London, and if you cannot guess with whom, I shall think you a simpleton. You need not send the word at Longbourn of my going. It will make the surprise all the much greater when I write to them and sign my name, Lydia Wickham. What a good joke it will all be. I can hardly write for laughing.
I wish I could spare you the thoughtlessness of our sister, Lizzie. To have written such a letter at such a moment. In London, father remains with Colonel Forster trying to discover them, but surely his distress will not allow him to pursue the measure long. Will you ask Aunt Gardner to write to our uncle in Cheapside with his advice and assistance? And I cannot help begging you all to come home as soon as possible.
Miss Bennett, are you quite all right?
I must return to Longbourn immediately.
Grieved, indeed. Grieved. Shocked.
When I consider that I might have prevented it, I, who knew what he was, had I explained some part of Wickham's character to my own family, this could not have happened.
Oh, whatever shall we do? How could Mr. Bennett have let Lydia go to Brighton with no one to take care of her? Why, I told Mr. Bennett we should not let her go. And what of the Foresters? I have no doubt there was some great neglect on their end, for she was not the type of girl to do such a thing. My sweet-tempered Lydia.
Mamma, really?
And here's Mr. Bennett, gone. And I know he will fight for him, and I know he will be killed. Look at the callers that will turn us out of the house before he is cold. And his grave, oh, whatever shall we do?
Oh, sweet Jane, you look so pale. How much you must have gone through.
Do not distress yourself over me, Lizzie.
I am so sorry we cannot get here any sooner. Has anything been heard?
Only that father has gone to Uncle Gardner in London. He is staying at an inn near Great Church Street.
And what of the fugitives?
Nothing yet. Though Papa wrote this morning that Uncle had some news. Uncle is using his influence in Cheapside to discover them.
What sort of news? Good or bad?
Lizzie, what good is to be expected? Colonel Forster wrote that Wickham is in a wretched state of finances. He owes a great deal in town, and there is even talk of gaming debts. Colonel Forster believes it'll be £10,000 to pay his debts in Brighton alone.
10,000? Oh, Jane!
To think what this will mean to poor Lydia.
It has now been almost a week since anything has been heard about Lydia, or with any hope of salvaging our family's reputation. With Mamma in hysterics and Papa still in town, I believe nothing short of miracle will...
Mama, look. Father around. Oh, and he brings Lydia.
Oh, to think, only 2 months since I went away. Good gracious, I'm sure I had no more idea of being married until I came back again. But what good fun it all was.
Oh, my dear girl.
Mama, when people hear about us now I'm married, I was afraid they might not. So I let down the glass in the carriage and took off my gloves so that all might see as we drove to Longbourn.
Oh, Mr. Bennett, is it not wonderful? To have a daughter married and the youngest of them all. And look at how handsome you look in your red coat. Such fine features, do you not agree, Lizzie?
Isn't he charming, Mama? I'm sure all my sisters must envy me. They must all go to Brighton, for that is the place to get husbands. Why, I dare say, I should get husbands for all the the autumn is over.
Thank you for your share of the favor, but I don't particularly like your way of getting husbands.
Yes, well, shall we return to the parlor for tea?
I take Jane's place now, for I'm a married woman.
What a coach ride that must have been. What sorrows must you have endured, Father?
Speak nothing of my sorrows, for who should suffer but myself?
Do not be so hard on yourself, sir.
No, let me feel how much I have been to blame.
Sir?
And the term so astonishingly convenient upon myself.
The terms, sir?
Yes, the only thing that is needed for me is to ensure Lydia's equal share of the inheritance.
Impossible!
Yes, Lizzie, those were my sentiments exactly.
But his game name and all of Wickham's debts. How could Wickham have married Lydia if he had not paid off all of his creditors?
And now we have come to the point. Lizzie, there are 2 things I want very much to know. One, how much has your Uncle Gardner put down for this elopement to happen? And the other, how will I ever repay him?
Miss Bennett,
Mr. Wickham?
I'm afraid I interrupt your solitude.
You do. But the interruption need not be unwelcome.
I should be sorry if it were. We hope we are still friends.
We are not, Mr. Wickham. We are brother and sister.
Indeed, sister. I heard from Mr. Garner that you were recently in Derbyshire with your aunt.
I was.
I envy you the pleasure. I believe my new resident will prevent me from getting any near Derbyshire and Newcastle.
How unfortunate.
Did you perhaps visit the village of Kimpton on your travels?
We might have, but our trip is curtailed, Mr. Wickham.
I only mention it because of the living which I have had. A beautiful place, Kimpton. Excellent parsonage, warm parish.
And how should you like making sermons, Mr. Wickham?
Exceedingly well, but then just the thing for me.
Because I've heard from authority that sermon making was not so appealing to you as it seems at present.
Yes, well,
George, go and see to Mamma in the parlor. She has a new beard talent at the card tables. Lizzie, why have you not joined us? Are you not curious of the affair? You have missed my account of the wedding.
Not at all.
You're so strange. But I must tell you how it went on. We were married, you know, at St. Clement's, and it was arranged for us to be there at 11 o'clock. My uncle and I were to go to the church, and the others were to meet us outside. Well, Monday morning came, and I was in such a fuss, I should have gone quite distracted.
This explanation went on for about 12 minutes.
When he was late, I was afraid the groom might never show. But the wedding need not be delayed. We had an able substitute, Mr. Darcy.
Mr. Darcy?
Yes.
At your wedding?
Why, of course. Mr. Darcy discovered us in London. He brought Wickham to the church. Well, someone had to pay for the bigger and flowers, Lizzie. Not to mention all of Wickham's debts and all his creditors and... Oh, gracious me. I quite forgot.
Lydia, what?
I ought to have not said a word. I promised Mr. Darcy so faithfully. What will Wickham say?
Oh, Lizzie, though it pains me to say it of my own sister, I am happy Wickham and Lydia are off to Newcastle now. 'Tis a relief to have the house back to normal. Indeed.
Would you like to take a walk to Meryton with Kitty and me?
Jane! Jane, make haste, child. He has come, he has come.
Oh, Mamma.
Why, Mr. Bingley, of course. Oh, and there he is, walking up the lane now.
Miss Bennet.
Mr. Bingley, it is a long time since you were away.
Miss Bennet, I was hoping to have a word of private conversation with your daughter. Jane.
How fares your sister, Mr. Bingley?
Jane, I have been...
I do hope Caroline enjoyed her time in London.
yes, Mr. Bingley. Oh, Mr. Bingley. Oh, Jane, you shall be a very happy woman.
'Tis too much happiness, Mamma. Far too much. Why is not everyone as happy?
Oh, I'm sure I shan't get a wink of sleep at night. I was so sure you should not be so beautiful as for nothing.
Mr. Bingley, you have been a good girl, Jane.
Mr. Darcy.
Elizabeth.
Mr. Darcy, I am a very selfish creature. Please allow me to thank you for your unexampled kindness to my poor sister Jane, and please allow me to express gratitude for my whole family since they do not know to whom they are indebted. Do not be cross with Lydia for telling me. I am glad that she did, and that what you most certainly did for Jane, and Bingley, and my whole family is so very much in your debt that...
If you must thank me, let it be to yourself alone. Your family owes me nothing. I only thought of you.
Mr. Darcy,
Elizabeth, can you ever forgive me?
forgive you?
My behavior towards you in Huntsford was deplorable. I cannot think of it without abhorrence.
Oh, we must most certainly share the blame of that evening.
But what was it you said of me that I did not deserve? Had I behaved in a more gentleman-like manner? You do not know those words of torture.
Oh, do not repeat what I said then. Think only on the past as if remembrances give you pleasure.
Elizabeth, perhaps I should speak with your father.
He's in the parlor.